A long time ago, there was a land of sawblades, each possessing their own unique abilities. They each had different goals and different personalities, but what was common between all of them was their evil plan to turn mobiles into sawblades. They lived in a secret base near a town called Morbilopolis. 4 of the 20 sawblades got into conflicts with some mobiles, and they eventually ended up in jail. As for the other 16, they all strangely disappeared. We may never know what happened to the rest of the sawblades. However, one very, definitely realistic theory suggests that they all had a mobile racing tournament. Now what would that be like?
Green team, yellow duking it out. Oh, yellow will drop! Yellow will drop to the second minute. Green frisbee. Can he make it down? This is for the championship. This would be one. He'll go back and he's gonna get it. He's gonna get it.
Hey, wait, I heard that the prize for winning this tournament is $1 million. Wait, never mind. The prize for winning this tournament is actually a $10 Starbucks gift card.
Medical versus fancy.
How is residency going? Still deciding what you want to be? I've got an answer for you. Your job is to lose this battle for me. Resumes used to be simple, but now they're filled to the page. By the time you get your shadowing, leadership, volunteering, clinical, hobby, and research hours, you'll die of old age. That may not be exactly true, but it's a lengthy process, with all the med schools judging you for your lack of success. For me, I am always the best. While your people are busy memorizing pages, my people are relaxing and living their days, and instead of being drowned in medical loans and debt, the only thing my people could drown in is their fancy swimming pools and get wet.
Am I in the pediatrics unit? Cause I'm talking to a kid. Brag about your money is all you ever did. All your people do is bask in their glory. They get to relax before me with all their fancy objects and prizes, with their financial decisions not being the most wise, and you don't even care about the health of others, just the wealth of yours. Money makes you evil at the core, and you're always wanting more.
That's so false. Most of my people had to work very hard to get where they are. For you, you may think success is bizarre. Your people wear scrubs, but the only thing your CNAs are scrubbing is the crap on the floors. Your threats to me are as empty as abandoned medical wards. Your people work for no reward. With all those overnight shifts, your people must be bored. Your rhymes sound like your notes from your textbook and medical records. So much words, it's all just filler. There have been so many historical mistakes in medicine, it almost seems like your people are the killers.
Mistakes come with any job. The poor people is who you would like to rob. I can beat you in every subject, so you can't beat me. Math, physics, chemistry, anatomy. I would give you a diagnosis, but I can't because your condition is unknown. When this battle is done, all that will be left of you is your tombstone. I'll be your evil orthopedist and break your bones and knock you off your fancy throne. My people work together as a medical team. When was the last time you didn't have inflated self-esteem?
You're as lazy as a surgeon on a vacation. For you, beating me will be as hard as a full spinal operation. I look like a fancy golden token, while you look like the American healthcare system. Broken.
You have some verbal communication issues, likely genetic. Even hospice patients find you pathetic. Avoiding you should be a universal precaution. So take a moment to stop and reconsider what you said about the medical field, or else you'll be like information under HIPAA concealed.
Call it the medical field, I call it the medical jungle. There are so many people that get lost in it and don't know what they're doing, calling themselves pre-med with nothing to prove it. Criminal record, your med school days are gone. You'll have to give it up too because the crime you just committed is trying to beat me in this song.
While you make fancy dinner reservations, I'll reserve you a spot in triage. My people know all about the body and the head, and you can't even solve the puzzle of what's that beating thing in the chest? It's the heart, something that many of your people don't have. I think it's time you go back and pay attention in class. My people are the basis of this world. They make sure no one is sick and hurt. I have some of the hardest workers in the world. And yes, not for the net worth. My discoveries may not have been ahead of their own time, but it was never about me. It was for the sake of mankind.
Your people are expected to be tidy and neat, but for many, their mental condition is worse than the people they treat. You've got so many medical abbreviations. I got YAL. It stands for you're a loser. Can't you tell? You've just been beat. Now be a nurse and give me a pillow so I can sleep.
I would need to get you a clean pillow, but I'll need to do that later because you're so spiky and dirty. Looks like you'll need to be put in the sharps container. I got a patient in room 6, x-rays in room 8, chest pain in room 2 that can't really wait. But meanwhile, we'll get some extra staff to rush here and save you because you're losing the battle. Call an ambulance, but not for me, for you. Your symptom is a lack of talent. My people have all the passion. Now that the battle's over, let's rate your pain on a scale from 1 to 10. I'm 0 and you're dead.
The battle is not over. You two talking? No more. There are more blades on my body than neurons in your brain. You both are fighting each other, but you're both the same. It doesn't matter who wins the race, because it will be a loser either way. I'm the best, you're the worst. I ace tests, you can't drop a verse. You look like gold with blood on it, and you look like a Band-Aid kit from Walmart. My blades will tear you apart, so show some respect to the real sawblade here. I'm not some glorified, embellished, decorated sawblade.
What's wrong with being embellished or decorated? Is it that we look good? You look as clean and perfect as driftwood. You are nothing but a riveted piece of metal. Your blades are duller than an overused pencil. You look like you were drawn with a stencil. The biggest part you served in this race was getting last place. You are 100% certified, homegrown, lab-tested, authentic, organic, verified loser. The only injuries you cause are to clumsy construction workers who accidentally cut their fingers. There's no way you can break a single marble into shards, because you look like the woodcutter I just bought from the Home Depot and Menards. You look like—
Okay, enough. I can't take it anymore.
Can we just see who wins the race already?
Yeah, do you have any idea how much time you all just wasted? Do not continue.
I'm a truck driver. I get things from point A to point B. The road, the outdoors, you're too busy to even see. I drive no matter what, even in the toughest weather. And you look like a kid's stickers all put together. The reason why truck drivers never seem to leave their trucks is because they don't want to step out and see your faces. By the time this battle is done, I'll put you all in your places. I'm a driver. I don't need any prize nor satisfaction of winning a race. What does matter is the time I have to waste on you four, almost like this is a detour. Trucks are the best, and the people who drive them are better. The next time you talk to me, it will be in a sealed letter. I don't need face-to-face contact with a couple of freaks. I'll be busy making sure that there are no oil leaks. I'll put you all on the highway. This battle will go my way, and you'll all be roadkill today, so you better pray. You'll be no more. Talking to you is all a chore. I give stores what they need, products and goods, while you are filled with greed. And you look like you're up to no good. Trucks have so many gears to ship from. Which one do I choose? How about the one that makes you all lose? Listening to you all talk takes more time than a lecture about why not to text and drive. My words cause so much damage, there should have been a yield sign to save you from the destruction. You're like animals on the road, an obstruction. Okay, now the battle is over.
Yeah, surely there is no one else that is going to join the battle.
I'm a programmer. None of you know the proper grammar. Can't you C++ that I'm the best? Just like a 24-hour coding challenge, I'll put you to rest. I'll bring out the Python and you'll be its food. The results will be as bad as writing code on paper. Crude. I'll just need a hot cup of Java to sip on and taste it, and it looks like a bad programmer has already worked on your interfaces. Maybe I need a good website to explain this right. We'll get someone on the front end and back end and us coders will unite. When you all were little, you just listened to what the teacher told, yet none of you can even type a single line of code. I'll copy and paste myself and you'll be outnumbered. That is, if you can even count the numbers. I'm a computer scientist. I have a lot of experience. I can fix bugs like you, which I take very serious. We use programming languages, one that you can't write or speak. You all look so weak. It's time that you press delete. I'll have to check through all my files and data, and there'll be no Google here to save you.
I am Halloween. I'm celebrated every year. I bet that even the kids' costumes would give you all fear. I'm a global tradition, while you likely have a mental condition. You're the type of people to put sharp blades into people's candy. You also must think that you have to dress up to look classy. There are so many different costumes, and you all must be the clowns. When people open their doors to you, they only give you frowns. You're the type of people who don't take the candy, but instead want someone's house tour. You don't even know how to find their front door.
Okay, now it's my turn. I am Solar Flare. I came from the scorching sun. You all look like you just woke up from bed when the alarm clock was done. Who will win? I hope we never know, because you all look like the artist gave you too much glow. I can burn you all, not with my body, but with my words. You all act like kids, talking back to each other and taking turns. My design is intricate and complex. While none of you care about your jobs and are just waiting for the paychecks, I bet all of your art skills are so bad they could leave someone dead. I am so much better. You may as well call me Ammar Syed. I am the real winner here.
Okay, let's just start the race. Please, no more of this.
Honestly, I think the medical sawblade is going to win the race because the fancy sawblade looks like an evil person, and people that work in medicine are heroes.
Actually, I think the fancy sawblade is gonna win. Let's just see how the race turns out. Both of them have an equal chance of winning, so let the race begin!
Okay, who chose to play this song?
It wasn't me.
What are you talking about? This song is fire!
Someone please change the song.
Okay, I'll change it to another song. Start racing from the beginning.
Can you both go faster? I need to work on my homework.
Yeah, I don't care who wins this anymore. Just finish the race already.
Remember, if you win, you get a gift card.
Loser. Loser. Loser.
What? No way.
What?
I did not expect that at all. Is this a joke?
I can't believe it!
How does it feel being a loser, Medical?
No, I didn't lose!
There's nothing wrong with being a winner.
You definitely cheated. I'm gonna show everyone.
Wait, what?
Wait, is that a speed booster that you just dropped?
No.
Yes, it is! I thought I saw you carrying something. She had that with her the entire time.
So, that means Fancy was cheating. Medical, you are the real winner. Yes!
Yes!
I dedicate this victory to everyone here, everyone watching this video, and to the people who are in the medical field and working towards it.
Now that is something a winner would say.
Actually, wait, before we finish this tournament, can Fancy and I do a race again to see how fast she is without the speed booster?
Yeah, sure.
I would actually love to do that. I can easily beat you without the speed booster. I can easily beat you without the speed booster. I can easily beat you without the speed booster.
Loser. Loser. Loser.
The world may think that we saw blades are the evil ones, but my intuition and faith has led me to believe that we are on the right mission. Our goal is a difficult one, but that does not make it any less possible. We must continue with our mission to turn other marbles into sawblades. Only then will that unlock our true destiny and guarantee safety for everyone. Get ready, marbles, here we come.